Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Lion!
Wentz now on first down. And he's going to be brought down.
On the ball.
Back at his own 6-yard line.
Empty.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. That was the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13.
Black, come on.
Throwing his Wentz. Incomplete to Zach Ertz. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
This is taken at the 18. A strong running. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 37.
We got 4. Dot. White 20. Obama. 53. Mike 53. Turbo, touch.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And now running right through it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball out of the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
Here's Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
We got 3, fellas. White 20. Hey, 58 is a mic. Go 58. Hey, lift.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That's now his second interception and as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. He needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
81, 81.
On second down, here's Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
On the ball.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Eagles coming up here on a third and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
There we go. Back, man. 280.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Goff will lead the Rams up here, 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
We go, Salah. 120.
After the interception, here's Goff. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Get him, boys.
Value 1.
Hey, 4 down.
Turbo 7.
On first down, it's Gurley. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
We go, Salah. 180.
Here's Goff now on second down. Dancing to it, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Brandon Graham in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
4 down.
We go, Salah. 180. Turbo 7.
A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. He's going to let this one go deep, and it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. DJ Chark with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first quarter lead. Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Flush to his right. Finding room at the 30.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. He's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
You don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Wentz will try again on second down. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Samson Ebukam in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
Two-jet.
On play action, Wentz looking deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Marcus Joyner with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
He's checking.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Jester.
To throw on second down is gone. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
4 down.
DC.
3rd and 2. Goff. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Mike Bennett in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. Back deep, Golden Tate. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10.
Man 5-7.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Ertz has it left side. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes,
Lefty.
you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
Man 5-7.
Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Other side, solid.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Ajayi. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
They run with Ajayi. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 20.
Watch Aiden. He likes to get those jump balls.
We're going to Salah. 180.
Out of the gun. Goff. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Michael Bennett in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long.
Look, tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Shell.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. He's going to sling this deep down. And got his man complete. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, LA. DJ Chark, an even 90 yards. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Watch time. Tight end right.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Flushed out right. And incomplete on the deep ball. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
To throw, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete here.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
There we go. Back man. 180!
43's the mic.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he fields it cleanly. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Goff will lead the Rams up here, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Hey, watch Sam, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Know your job.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's got Rome. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, that confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Check three.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Dula.
Check.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. So on 4th down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. From the right hash and calling it even 50 yards. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Hey, stash.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Out. 3 down.
Here we go. 180.
Motion.
Shorty.
Mike's 43.
On first and 10. Here's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. First down now, but that clock rolling. This is Ajayi. Shows his strength at the 50. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. The Eagles hustling to the line. Clock rolling.
Shorty, shorty, shorty.
They go play action here on first down. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Great 15, great 15.
On first down, Wentz. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Black, come on.
Check, 4 down.
Run.
43's the mic. 43's the mic.
Here, sit.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2.
Double tight. Double tight. Odd. 5 down. Stand up in.
Hey, great 57.
Check safety.
They'll try and run it here. And he is in for the 2 points. And they're back within a score as the lead's cut to 8.
Let's go. Come on. Run to the ball. We got a runner.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Hey,
Black 20.
4 down.
17.
Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Holt. And he'll get this inside of Philly's 20 before being taken down. A big play there just before halftime. 56 yards.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for first and 10.
17.
From the red zone now, Goff. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
All right. Come on out.
You got tight right there. 54's Mike. Check. Watch.
Orange. Dula. 12.
Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley as the first half is winding down. And the Rams add on to their lead. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point.
Look, I defeated my fears, soaked the towel in my tears. So ahead of my time, what comes next are all my oldest ideas. I'm wiser than my chin check y'all in y'all beard. I'm willing to father my peers, all of my peers for all of my years. Out in the field, take a look at my shoes. Never had a thought that it might lose. Considering the cost, had to give them my dues. Never got a talk to it like you. I've been feeling like a king for months. We eat all the rich cuisine for lunch. All these wishing he was done. Oh, you tried it, that's a piece of gum. Now, look at me, I'm the captain now. I'm recruiting this year. I be praying for y'all while I'm praying for y'all. Like a line of abuse in this deer. I hate to do it with no plans. Now I don't usually get near. Oh, my ex her man. Cause I'm the mutant in here. We look good, just show us with the camera. Years ago, I had to up my standards. Make your miss Alabama. Turn it to my only private. Swear like she don't got the answers. Who's the boss? I feel like Tony Danza. Walk up in there like I got the swag. Wakanda swagger, I'm the blackest panther. Wakanda, y'all are wasting your time. I spend it, but I ain't wasting a dime. Might do some favors, but I ain't breaking my spine. Your girl has been calling for days. I get in all different ways. That New Orleans parades. Yeah, we like, none of my people are patient. We look like we on a vacation. Get no invitation. Y'all all with it and y'all talk a lot, but y'all ain't got the heart to do the mission. I'm hard-headed like the juggernaut, but there ain't nothing I can do to listen. I'm authentic and I walk around like I just ate, but let you do the dishes. I'm Clark Kent, but mix the Autobots and mix with everything that you've been missing. Please get back and don't get that involved. Freaking sick, I need a padded walls. I'm the king, heavy crown, heavy rain, cat and dogs. Homie with me if he asking for it. There ain't much that he be asking for. He just wanna have a paddock on with a watch face with little dragon balls. Look, you don't need me either. All I need is this. No coca ice, and I get oh so polite. You be the man of your city, I'll be the man of my country. You could be the man of your city, I'ma be the man of my country. Your girl has been calling for days. I get it in all different ways. New Orleans parades, yeah, we like. None of my people are patient. We look like we on a vacation. Get no invitation, yeah, we like. Your girl has been calling for days. I get it in all different ways. Yeah, I'm like, none of my patient. We look like we on a vacation.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
let's go. Let's go, Brown. Brown.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game.
Super.
So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
We're going to Salat. White 20.
Check, 53's Mike.
Turbo set.
From the 50, it's gone. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. On the counter, Gurley. Good move by Gurley. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
There we go. That's the one.
Jester.
Here's Goff. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017, and I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
5.
Goff on 3rd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nigel Bradham. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now it's Zuerlein to try the Ram field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55.
Shorty. Black.
Wentz now on 1st down. It's complete to Golden Tate. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Double tight. 3 down.
Get over there. Go.
24. Watch 24.
Here's Ajayi. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end.
Run.
Hey. We got three.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On the ball.
This is Marshall, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Now Wentz. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let him know.
Deuce.
58, boys, 58, Mike.
On 2nd and 10, gone. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want.
Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. He's going to get it running right. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Come on now.
The Ram fans in this old stadium on their feet. 3rd and goal.
Tight on the right, tight on the right. 4 down, check.
Great.
Four down.
Shorty.
31, check.
Here's Wentz to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. Well, I see what they were trying to do there. You pop up your holder, roll him out. You got the option to run or pass. This didn't work.
Not at all, and the communication was excellent defensively to make sure that receivers were covered as they escaped from the line of scrimmage, because that's supposed to be a surprise to everyone, and that's how they get free. People forget their assignments on defense. That didn't happen. And think about the guy rolling out with the football, looking for an open person, no one there.
Helpless feeling.
Helpless because that gap between you and defenders now is going to close and close quickly.
And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
We got three.
17.
From the end zone, gone. And his throw is incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
4 down. Check.
Jester.
Mike.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Here we go.
They'll toss it to Ajayi. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Wrap.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. He's going to air one out. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
You mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Throwing now is Wentz, escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
Nice movement there by Carson Wentz outside of the pocket, completes another pass. Help me out here, partner. He's not sneaky athletic. He is athletic. How many times do I have to say it?
Yeah, you've been making that declaration for a while, and at 6'5", he ran a 40 of 4.77, so not only big, but he can move.
That's a good time for a quarterback. He and Andrew Luck, similar physiques, similar athletic ability.
Open man left side is Wallace, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Great 15, great 15.
On play action, Wentz. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Check three.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout.
Single receiver.
Here we go. Lady.
Check 26.
Black. Black, come on.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
They'll run for it, Marshall. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
Hardball.
Goff on 1st down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Dula.
Here's Gurley. And fighting down inside the 25. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed, plenty of open field to get after that.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Value 1.
On the toss, it's Gurley. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was played. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Shell.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Gerald Everett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead.
Touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
4 down.
Wentz now on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
81. There we go. Back man. Sweetie. Gold. Ron. 51's Mike.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. He's going to look deep down the field. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Interception all day, baby. Nice pick.
9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Double tight.
11.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
The Rams on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
12. Check. 180.
The final shot before break here. Goff. The open man is sharp. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Shorty.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. He's going to air one out. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3 down.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Gurley again here on 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle.
Here we go.
And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
They always have changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And now look at him go. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in a game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
Run. 3 down. Hey, check.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Hey, Mike 52.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3 down. Check 50. At least 5-7.
On 3rd down, that's Marshall twisting away. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Too fast, baby.
Hey, ram.
Right back to him on 1st down. Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. And incomplete here on 3rd down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
There we go. Back man. Blue 80. Black. Come on.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Eluding the pressure run. He may try and run for this. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12.
Go.
They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Mike 51. Shit.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Steps away, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Rams have got it back.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
We got 3 down. Hey,
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
14.
Now gone. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big conversion there for the Rams on third down. 64 yards. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
11.
Back now in Los Angeles.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Another carry down for Gurley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm going to hit you all day.
And Zuerlein's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. To throw is Wentz. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Wentz. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Samson Ebukam in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Run. Sit. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you. And in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. This is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 37. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of the play is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Here we go. Starting left here.
Again, they run. Gurley. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Rams on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2.
11. Shell.
A shotgun snap for Goff. That's caught at the 25. That one goes for 36 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play.
Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Derek Barnett, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down. Jester.
From the gun, here's Goff. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Holt, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now it's Zuerlein to try the Ram field goal. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And Zuerlein's kick is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the lead is now 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Once again here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. He finds Ajayi. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 80 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Hey, Rip 5-7. Hey, alert 3.
They'll try to run it into Marshall, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Keith Marshall, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles get a score closer. Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2. To throw, it's Wentz. Forced out to his left. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Jakeem Grant now to return. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Black, come on.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Come on now, come on now. Let's go. Ram. 81.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
SOS. Hey, check 24. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. I'm coming out.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's in. Front Eagles touchdown.
Safety creep.
Keith Marshall with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Gold.
Here's Wentz to throw. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Throwing now. Goff. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of the... Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Los Angeles, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.